thoughts on Ciryl Gane being potentially the toughest opponent yet for you? A lot of people say somebody you've not really sort of faced that type of fighter in the heavyweight division.
I think both me and Ciryl we both have niche style for heavyweights. We don't fight like heavyweights, both of us, so this could be the fastest, the best moving heavyweight fight that anybody's ever seen. We're both great movers, we're both light on our feet, we're both elusive, so this is going to be great.
You know, there's the guys who I've trained with, from my experience, who in the gym are absolute killers, absolute world beaters, and they'll get in a fight and they'll just freeze up, and it doesn't work like it does in the gym. They fight way worse. And there's other guys like myself, anytime there's pressure on me, that's when I've done my most devastating performances. Our talk's just talk to me, mate. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we're both going to take our shirts off, get a pair of gloves on, and go in there and see who wins on October 25th. So it's not really going to change anything, to be honest.
Tom Aspinall is done waiting. The interim heavyweight champion is stepping out of Jon Jones' shadow and into his biggest fight yet. He's facing Ciryl Gane, the #1 ranked heavyweight who's been dodging him for months.
Ciryl tweeted that he thinks you should be careful what you wish for, and he'll see you in Paris. How do you think you match up against Ciryl?
I better be careful, apparently. Yeah. I think I match up pretty well against him. I think I'm equally as fast as him. I move equally as well. The difference is I can grapple. I've got a lot of power. And I think that's pretty undeniable at this stage of my career. I've got a lot of knockouts on my record, mate. I have to touch you once, and I wasn't even throwing heavy tonight. I thought it was going to be a 5-rounder. I didn't mean to knock him out. I was pretty sure that was going to be a 5-round fight tonight, and just takes one shot, mate, at heavyweight, especially with me throwing him.
Gane isn't just another heavyweight. This guy moves like a middleweight, but hits like a truck. His striking is so clean that top heavyweights can't even figure out what's coming next.
Finally, we're back after over a year hiatus. Everybody knows, I don't have to explain what's gone on, but this is no fault of my own that I've been off for a year. Me and Ciryl finally signed on the dotted line. We have actually, from my maths, this is the 4th time we've been matched up together. Me and Ciryl got in the UFC around about the same time. I think he was there a little bit before me. He had a couple more fights than me. First of all, we got matched up, and I believe he turned down the fight early on, before we were both in the rankings.
The backstory makes this even better. Gane has turned down fights with Aspinall 4 different times. 4! Every time they tried to book it, Gane found a reason to pull out. That's not just business, that's personal, and now there's nowhere left to hide.
I went to Paris. He fought Spivak. I said, in a post-fight interview after I beat Tibora, I'm going to go to Paris, I'm going to sit there front row, and I'm going to watch, and I'm going to fight the winner of Ciryl Gane and Spivak.
Dana White finally stepped in and made it official. No more games, no more excuses. Gane versus Aspinall is happening, and it's going to be violent.
Paris, Ciryl unfortunately turned down the fight on a second occasion. Third occasion, around about this time last year, when I fought in Manchester. I fought Curtis Blades. The original opponent was Ciryl Gane. Unfortunately, Ciryl Gane was busy that day. Ciryl was filming his Netflix series.
Here's why Gane is so dangerous. Most heavyweights are either fast or powerful, rarely both. Gane breaks that rule. He's 6 feet 4 inches with the footwork of a lightweight and the power to drop anyone. His kickboxing background gives him angles that most heavyweights have never seen.
Now, UFC 321, October 25th, Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. Tom Aspinall will face Ciryl Gane. Aspinall has 15 wins, and all of them are by finish. Gane is the #1 ranked heavyweight. You can go to, tickets go on sale this Friday, etihadarena.ae or ticketmaster.ae.
The layoff might actually help him. Tom's been in the gym grinding every single day, fixing weaknesses and adding new weapons. He's not the same fighter who won that interim title.
Ciryl, do you feel like because everyone in your division seems to be just talking about Jon and Tom, that you were being unfairly forgotten as one of the best in the world at your weight?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with this situation. You see, like, for the moment, I'm just focused on Volkov. And after, yeah, we're going to talk maybe if I win this Saturday, me, Tom, what's going to happen. But for the moment, I got no ego. I don't...
Yeah. I understand you don't want to talk about it. Do you believe that maybe outside of Jon Jones, you versus Tom is probably the biggest fight in this division?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, probably.
This version of Aspinall is hungrier and more dangerous than ever. When two elite fighters with this much pride step in there, something special always happens. This could be the heavyweight fight of the year.
How's the thoughts of potential ring rust as well? Is that in your head at all?
I've had big breaks before. This is it. I've had 3.5 years off of MMA fighting before, so this is no problem for me. Ring rust is all mental anyway, so I'm happy just to get back in there, get stuff moving and get active again.
And what can we expect for Tom Aspinall? October 25th, English fans there in Abu Dhabi.
Yes, this is great because we're on English time. We're going to be fighting on European time as well, so plenty of guys can fly over. It's going to be busy over there in Abu Dhabi, full of English fans, full of Tom Aspinall fans, which is great. We can just be expecting me, an improved version of me. I've had a year to train. I've had a year to...
But here's where it gets personal. Aspinall isn't just fighting for a title defense, he's fighting to prove he's the real deal. And he's already warning everyone, this fight is going to be pure chaos. When Tom says it's going to be war, you better believe him.
What are your thoughts on Ciryl Gane being potentially the toughest opponent yet for you? A lot of people say somebody you've not really sort of faced that type of fighter in the heavyweight division.
I think both me and Ciryl are we both have niche style for heavyweights. We don't fight like heavyweights, both of us, so this could be the fastest, the best moving heavyweight fight that anybody's ever seen. We're both great movers, we're both light on our feet, we're both elusive, so this is going to be great. And by the way,
Alexander Volkov has fought both guys, and even he can't pick a winner. The fight is 50-50, I think. Both of them are good, and Ciryl Gane, he's really good with his movement, with his legs and everything. He started working a lot on his grappling and his ground skills, so I think it's 50-50. It depends how the fight starts, how both of them will be prepared for this fight. I saw that Gane will be motivated a lot for this fight to get the belt. It's 50-50, but on paper, when I fought both of them, Tom Aspinall looks better, but in the fight, it could go anyway. Volkov submitted to Aspinall in the first round back in 2022, then went on a 4-fight streak before losing a close decision to Gane at UFC 310 last December. The scary part? Gane's cardio never breaks. While other big guys are breathing heavy by round 2, he's still dancing around the cage like it's round 1.
I think it's going to be one of the most exciting heavyweight fights ever. I think we're very, very evenly matched. I think his weaknesses work to my strengths, and it's just going to be a crazy heavyweight bit of action for everybody to see.
That speed advantage is real. He can hit you 3 times before you even throw 1 punch back. It's not fair, but it's effective. But Aspinall has his own problems to solve. He got the belt without beating Jon Jones. That's going to eat at any real champion. Tom knows he needs to beat everyone else to prove he's the true king. Want to know why other fighters avoid Tom? His speed at heavyweight is unnatural. Most big guys can't move like that, and when they try to keep up, they get knocked out cold.
On Netflix. Ciryl was doing that, so he couldn't make that date either, and now we are matched up for the 25th of October, Abu Dhabi. Me and Ciryl, the 4th attempt is here, and this is Cyryl's 3rd title shot, so we are going to try and get rid of Ciryl Gane from the title picture for good.
How's the confidence levels?
Confidence level's great. Confidence level's great. I believe that, well, I am the best heavyweight in the world, but I want to show everyone that I'm the best heavyweight in the world. Ciryl Gane's lost 2 title shots.
Even Chael Sonnen is calling this a game changer. He's not talking about just another fight, he's talking about a fight that reshapes the entire heavyweight division. The winner doesn't just get a victory, they get to control what happens next.
I then get on the phone to the UFC and say, listen, I want to fight Ciryl Gane next. They ask Ciryl Gane, he turns the fight down again.
Any idea what is next for you? I saw Tom Aspinall was there. It seemed like he was interested. What do you think happens next?
I know a lot of people talk about Aspinall, but doesn't make sense for me.
Ciryl has had, this will be his 3rd title shot in 5 fights. So he basically wins a fight, gets a title shot, wins a fight, gets a title shot. And it's not just me he's ducking. Curtis Blades has ducked him on multiple occasions as well. And Curtis Blades actually brought that up in some interviews as well.
I feel like you guys are all trying to edge me towards Gane. That's not happening. I asked for him already in the past. He missed that bus.
Like Tom called for Ciryl too after I can't remember at one point, but then Cyryl's like, no, I want the title shot. Yeah.
You reap what you sow.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Doesn't want to fight him either, I know that.
Sonnen breaks down the strategy perfectly. This isn't about making the easiest fight or the biggest money fight right now. This is chess, not checkers. The winner of this fight sets up everything that comes after.
Aspinall versus Gane is a massive transitional fight for the heavyweight division. Now, you got to understand where we're at. And I'm a checkers player. When it comes to matchmaking, that is a unique skill and vision. But I will always go with low-hanging fruit. It's just the way my mind works. I take the biggest fight for right now. But sometimes you're playing chess. And I admire the guys that can do that. I admire the guys that can stand back, look at the board, not think about what's right now, think about what could be. When you do Ciryl versus Tom, you create an atmosphere where Alex doesn't just have to face Tom, he could also face Ciryl, which is a very interesting fight. I mean, now that I brought that to your attention, you guys want to know an interesting fight? You want to know what would have been a killer poster had it dropped? Ciryl versus Stipe. That would have been a very interesting match where everybody's standing there and go, wow, I don't know who I'm picking in that one. So I'm bringing all of this to your attention because right now, there's one thing for Jon Jones to do, and that is Tom Aspinall. And there's not a massive road back. Like the idea that Jon is going to return and they're going to put him in there with Derek Lewis, just for example. It's not the same thing. But that doesn't have to be true. And I'll just give you a scenario. Regardless of what happens between Ciryl and Tom, if Alex were to move up and beat them, you've now created an opportunity for Alex versus Jon, and that does work.
The styles make it even more interesting. Aspinall brings explosive power and wrestling. Gane counters with movement and technical striking. It's a classic clash that could go either way.
Jon versus Tom is the fight, but Alex versus Jon is the next fight. It's just a massive question of, does the UFC want to turn the page from the Jon Jones chapter? And if they put Ciryl in there, the answer is no. It's very good news for Jon. Very good news. If they're going to put a common opponent, which is Ciryl, if they're going to give an opportunity for Ciryl to win, which, by the way, is the most uncompetitive heavyweight title fight in the history of the sport. I'm talking about Jon versus Ciryl. If you create an environment where everybody's going to look at that and go, Jon Jones is still the man, then you're not turning the page from Jon. And if you're in Jon's shoes right now, that's a very, very good piece of news. But it's not necessarily about what's next. It's not necessarily Ciryl versus Tom. It's what the outcome of that match would represent.
But here's the genius move by the UFC. Jon Jones already beat Gane, so this fight becomes a measuring stick. If Tom destroys Gane faster than Jones did, the Jon versus Tom hype explodes. If Gane wins, suddenly he's back in title talks.
And it's a hard matchup, by the way. Ciryl is a very decorated kickboxer. Off the top of my head, I believe he was 27-3 in professional kickboxing. 27-3. I get he and Adesanya's record confused one time. One of them was 29-2 and the other one was 27-3. And I'm cheering for you when you're Tom Aspinall and you beat 6 men all the same way, which is stand up and by knockout.
Sonnen gets it. This isn't about who wins. It's about what winning means for the future. The heavyweight division has been stale, with the same guys fighting each other over and over. This fight changes everything.
You want to be a really smart guy and you want to impress Chael? Tell me why Tom is no longer interim champion. Put that into words for me. I'm serious. Explain to me why Tom was stripped of a title. It's not as easy of a riddle as you might think. And when I look at Tom versus Ciryl, I like the match. But I love the potential fallout from the outcome of the match much more.
The question isn't whether this will be a good fight, it's whether we'll see a quick finish or a 5-round war. Will Aspinall's power and wrestling overwhelm Gane's movement, or will Gane's speed and technique frustrate the champion into making mistakes? Drop your prediction in the comments. Who takes this fight and how does it end? Will we finally see Jon Jones step up after this, or is the heavyweight division about to get a new king? If you want more breakdowns like this, smash that like button and subscribe for the latest fight analysis. Turn on notifications so you never miss the action.